Good morning, sir. How are you?
Morning, Ritu. Very well indeed.
Can you hear me, please? Am I audible?
I can hear you very clearly.
So, shall we start?
Yes, thank you so much.
Could you please tell the viewers about your service days and your post-retirement activities?
Well, you see, as far as I'm concerned, I've had a rather long service of almost 40 years. And 3.5 years of it, or a little more than that, in addition, in uniform, either in the NDA or the Indian Military Academy. And I have been in the two wars and counterinsurgency campaigns, spent a long time in America, first as a student at this Commandant General Staff College, where I also got a postgraduate degree, and then 4 years as the defense attaché in Washington, D.C., and also accredited to Canada. And coming back, I commanded a division in Jammu and Kashmir, and then a corps in the Northeast. And eventually, I was the commandant of the Indian Military Academy, from where we had all been commissioned. Following that, I was chairman of the Punjab Public Service Commission for about 2 years. And then I led a retired life, and I was a director on a university, on a couple of companies, and so on and so forth. And eventually, I was also senior advisor to the Chief Minister of Punjab with cabinet rank. And now I'm back home in Jalandhar and also in Dehradun, reading, writing, walking. So that's, in a very short space of time, my life.
Wow, wonderful. And how did the inception of the Military Literature Festival come up?
Well, this actually was the brainchild of a former governor, His Excellency Mr. VPS Badnor. He had gone to attend the Kasoli Literature Festival. And there somebody, actually somebody from his school, Major General Hemant, told him that there should be a literature festival of this nature. And when he came down, he had a talk with the Chief Minister, Captain Amrinder, and it was decided that yes, we must do it. Now, this baby was given to me as late as in September of 2017, and we had to put the show on by December. And I had a dedicated group of a number of volunteers. And actually, the show was put on by the volunteers. And it went off very well. And even today, as you'll see in Patiala, the entire organization is being run by the volunteers. And it's not easy when everybody has retired from service or doing their own things to come together and stage such events. But there's a great bonding amongst us. And every time they rise to the occasion.
Thank you so much. And could you please tell us the concept of a Military Literature Festival, its aims and objectives?
You see, the Military Literature Festival, when it was conceived, one has to bear in mind that it is both informative, and I would say, as far as the youth is concerned, giving them a certain impulsion in their thinking towards being more military, more disciplined, more honest. And so from that point of view, the Military Literature Festival is not entirely about wars, not at all. It runs the whole gamut from poetry, the arts, to science, and of course, what has taken place in warfare. So it's the entire gamut. I think we all need to know that the longest poem ever written, at least 10 times the size of of Homer's Odyssey, is the Mahabharata, which is all about war. And in fact, in the Mahabharata, that is the first time that the rules of engagement are articulated, and they were articulated by Bhishma Pitama. And so you see, there's a age-old, historic, you could say a complete line of things to do with the military. And that is what we were trying to bring out. And mainly, not only for the youth of Punjab, but all those around the Tri-City, and of course, in the international arena.
Thank you so much. And what is the importance of taking this festival down to the district level?
Well, I don't know if we'll be able to actually take it down to the district level, because that will involve something like 22 districts. But yes, we can take it down to certain centers where the districts can participate. And the whole idea is to bring the military and what it stands for within, which is intrinsic to the military, to our youth at large. And you have to remember that being in the military, being in the Army, Navy, Air Force, you're a warrior. And to be a warrior is not easy. And if you once stepped on the path of becoming a warrior, you do not step off that path, even when you retire. And the only time that you will possibly step off that path is when you're on the funeral pyre.
Thank you so much. Would you like to share anything else with us?
Yes, what I would like to say is continue with this thought process of the warrior, because today, the general public, whenever a poll is carried out by a newspaper or a magazine, asking which service or which institution is the finest in India, I mean, how do you grade them? The armed forces are always on top, always. And why? Because what do they see in a soldier? The first thing they see is that they're protected. And the armed forces will always win. The other thing that they see is when the armed forces move amongst them, maybe on internal security or counterinsurgency or whatever, that they're disciplined, they are just, and they bring the qualities of a warrior along with them. And the qualities of the warrior are that he has to be excellent in his weapon systems or whatever he is trained to do in the present and in the future. But being strong, he must always protect the weak. He must always be honest and tell the truth, even to bluntness. And he cannot be a warrior unless he's cultured, he's compassionate, because he's got to be a whole rounded personality, because taking a life is not easy. You take a life when it is righteous and correct. And to understand that, you have got to be both a military as well as a cultural warrior. So I'd like to really pass on this message to all our children, to all the youth, even though you may not join the military, but the precepts of what makes a warrior, you must have, no matter if you're a doctor or a lawyer, or you're in private business, or you're in any service, you can still be a warrior. You can be a Yoda.
Wow, wonderful. Thank you so, so much.